I was typing up a response, but I realized it's way easier to just make a video. So, what if I disassociate while singing and dancing? Like, that's kind of the point. Like, dancing, like I said, moves energy through the body. Singing helps mental pressure to be relieved by moving that mental pressure. I said in the video that this was commented on that I think the reason why there's so much mental health disorders is because people don't sing and dance anymore. The overarching theme and reason why I say lack of singing and lack of dancing are causing all these mental health issues. We're sedentary. Human beings have taken comfort and we've taken it to the extreme, to the point where you can pay someone to cook you food, bring you food. You can pay people to drive you places. Hell, you can even pay people to like suck the fat out of your body rather than actually having to move your body and get rid of that fat yourself. Another way to think of it is like this. When you're too close to a painting or a project, sometimes you can't see very obvious things that are inhibiting the growth or success of your project. And so you have to take a step back. So that feeling of disassociating while you're dancing or singing, it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing for that matter either. It's just a thing that's happening. Now, if you compare that to disassociating while doing things like scrolling on your smartphone, that's actually not a good or bad thing either. That's just, again, another thing that's happening. Now, what is happening during singing and dancing that's not happening during smartphone scrolling is that there's fluids being pumped through your body during dance. When you're singing, there's vibrations happening inside your body while you're singing. When you're scrolling on your smartphone, the only movement that's happening is this, right? Which is why a lot of people are developing arthritis in their thumbs. I do not think that human beings are supposed to be islands. As much as like the world is putting this be an individual, and as much as I myself put out this be an individual, singing and dance are some of the most important elements, not only because they move energy through us, but because they also allow us to connect with other human beings and become part of something that is greater than ourselves. When you're in a choreographed dance or when you're dancing with somebody else, you feel the edges of yourself start to melt and disappear. You're freed from the burden of being yourself in what would a lot would consider being like a healthy way. When you're singing a song that thousands of other people around the world know because some artist made it famous, you're participating in a vibration that is beyond just you as an individual. Because the greatest thing in this world is not ultimately to just be an individual. It's to be an individual, but also be able to participate in tribal and collective activities. And the inverse is true as well. This is not about just being a tribal or collective being, it's also about being an individual. But human beings will identify usually with one or the other. And simply identifying or defining ourselves, that's not the most successful way to be. The most successful way to be and the most successful people on the planet are not the ones who can like learn things really quickly. They're the ones that can learn, unlearn, and relearn things. It's called adaptation, and it's why our species is even here. So if you are disassociating while you're singing and dancing, something that I would recommend you do, thanks for watching this long ass video of mine, is research the benefits of dancing on your mental and emotional health. Research the benefits that singing has on your mental and emotional health and your physical health for all that matter. Once you have that information in your brain, the disassociation while you're dancing and singing is not a problem. And like I said, personally as well, if I may add my 2 cents, my best dances come when I'm fully disassociated and I don't do drugs. So I'm not like bumping ketamine and dancing and being disassociated. I don't need the drugs. The movement alone or the singing alone is sometimes enough for me. I don't always get to that place when I'm singing and dancing, but the times that I look back and be like, "Dang, I like was really singing or I was really dancing." There is this disassociation feeling to it. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. And also, if anyone says like, "Oh, you're avoiding your problems by singing or dancing," they're either just an asshole or they might be right. Singing and dancing is not a replacement for actually like handling the shit that you need to handle in your life. But from my own experience, singing and dancing definitely make it easier to handle the things that I need to handle. So anyway, thanks for asking the question, and I hope you found this explanation insightful.